It's your girl, I am Latoya B. And welcome to our podcast. I'm just saying. If something was to happen to your phone and it got exposed, would you rather your text messages be exposed or your pictures be exposed?
Ask people, have they ever had a one-night stand? Have you ever had a one-night stand?
Everybody has had a one-night stand.
Everybody has not.
Our podcast is going to be raw, uncut, and unfiltered, so viewer discretion is advised. So go ahead, put them kids to bed and hide your side pieces. If you need to, hide them sugar daddies.
Alright, so look, the views and opinions expressed on, I'm just saying, by the host or hosts, do not necessarily state or reflect those of the channel. Furthermore, the views and the opinions on topics and segments by the host or hosts are those of their own.
Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to another episode of I'm Just Saying. I'm your girl, Latoya B.
And I'm your boy, B. Nick.
Mia F. Baby.
Now, our podcast, as you know, is powered by I Am Corte Entertainment. We are super excited, as we is every week, about this episode. We have a special guest up in the building, none other than Corey Robinson. Welcome.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Yes, now on tonight's show, as always, y'all know we're going to entertain you. We're going to jump into some good conversation, and we got to hit on the latest hot topic. And since we have a guest, we're going to put him in a hot seat. All right. But before we do, I'm going to check in on my co-host and my guest and just see how things been going the last couple of days. So y'all good? Y'all straight? How y'all feeling?
Man, it's hot, man. It's hot. My AC had went out the other day. Had to get that fixed,
In your house or your car?
In the house.
Oh,
Hi.
Yeah, so couldn't but we're good, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, got that fixed real quick.
okay. Did you put a fan in the window? Back in the day we used to put
I had fans everywhere. And they wouldn't even it was cooler outside than it was in the house, which is crazy.
Right, yeah.
Oh, God. Just hot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Corey, what about you? How was your last couple of days or your past weekend?
I will say great. Actually recuperating. My wife and I just got back from Hawaii, so just had a blast. But the flight home, it kind of drains you. So, but we had a blast over there. So everything is lovely.
Okay, was that you guys' first time being over in Hawaii?
It's her second time, my first time.
Oh, okay, nice. That's on the bucket list.
And we plan to go back. Yeah.
Okay.
We wasn't ready to come home. So
Wow. What's going on over there? Huh?
Right. Mia, what about you, sis?
It was good. So today I went to the gym with my son, and y'all seen the pictures of my baby, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do what you do. Yeah.
You went to the gym.
First of all, let's not say that like I ain't never went. Am I a regular? No. But the pool party coming up, and I gotta snatch this. So It's never too late to get your summer body. So yeah, I went to the gym today, and I was supposed to be off today because it is Juneteenth. Shout out to my people. Let my people go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go. Yes. Break every chain.
Yeah.
Shout out to my people. I did work for like 3 hours just because y'all know how life was lifing. And so I need to run me my coins. But yeah, did y'all barbecue? Eat some watermelon chicken? What y'all do? Chicken feet?
No. I did, but I can. I can grill.
No, you can't.
But I didn't. Really? Okay, producer. But yeah, so I just Y'all know, of course, this past weekend was Father's Day, so shout out to the
Yes.
fathers and all of that good stuff. I normally take my dad out to eat for Father's Day, and the math ain't math, and bills is, hey, daddy, you can get a sandwich. I don't know what to tell you, but no,
Yes.
but I definitely talked to my pops and all that good stuff, and but
Yes.
yeah, just I didn't do a whole lot, just kind of relaxed and chilled over the weekend, last couple of days. So
Oh, my son took me out. My son took me out Sunday for Father's Day. My baby boy took me to the new restaurant called Johnny's Chicken and Waffles. Have y'all seen it?
sis, why you say he took you out for Father's Day? You're not a father.
I know, but
He
he
went
is
out too.
in his relationship with his dad. So
Ah,
he even posted on Facebook like shout out to the moms that play both roles. I didn't post it because I don't consider. He walked in my room like Happy Father's Day, and I was like, son, I'm not your father. But he was like, let me take you out to eat. Let me just show my appreciation to you for stepping it up.
Boo, you already had that day.
what about y'all? Because I know both of you.
Mother's
I know
Day.
both of you guys are fathers. How do y'all feel about that? Like if you know,
Yeah, what's your
I,
thoughts?
I'll let Brother Man go. I don't know what side you on.
That side.
Yeah.
Well, that side.
I'll let Kiss answer first.
How you feel, Corey?
I think it's out of order, um, because there are certain things a father can, even though the father may be absent, there's just certain things that fathers can do that mothers can't do.
I
Mm.
agree.
So I understand the sentiment behind it, but just let it be what it be.
okay,
He really took the words right out my mouth.
Hey,
And
that
then he said it so swell. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I agree. Yeah, bro.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and
I agree too, because I'm the first to say I'm not no daddy, no
You
mama.
right,
didn't agree. You
right.
did you go out to eat? Did you bite a chicken wing?
First of all,
Yeah.
it is Johnny's Chicken and Waffles. Second of all, the owner is Neo. Like, y'all know how I feel about Neo. Neo is the owner. It is a whole vibe, and we definitely need to do the podcast there. Johnny's Chicken and Waffles, holla at us.
So she
Okay,
didn't turn down the meal.
Right. You see at the end. Basically, what she's saying is
right.
she got
Okay, okay. But yeah, so I do understand, and shout out to our boy B because of course, we think about it's your first Father's Day without your father, and but in your regard, you're an amazing father. So salute you, both of you kings, for that. So
Yeah.
without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump into our first segment. Y'all cool with that? Okay.
Let's
yeah.
get it.
Daily Dilemma by my girl Mia.
Oh, okay. Hello. So I know that it's all been going crazy about the whole Chris Brown. Um, the reason I'm talking about this today is because I've been seeing pictures all over social media about Happy Homes getting broke up because they girl took a picture with Chris Brown. Then not only are girls taking pictures with Chris Brown, dudes are paying 1,111 to take a picture with Chris Brown. My question to y'all is: do you think taking a picture with Chris Brown, would you break up with your lady, or would you break up with your man for taking a picture with Chris Brown, or spending 1111 to take that picture with Chris Brown?
Well, first of all, what does it say here?
37 girls reportedly got their relationship put to an end by their boyfriends after their meet and greet with Chris Brown. Like Chris Brown over here really breaking up happy homes.
First of all, sis, what I would say to that, if I had a man and he paid $1,000 to go take a picture with Chris Brown, it ain't because of Chris Brown that we would be breaking up. I mean, that's first of all. But if I was in a relationship and I was in that situation
Yeah,
and
let's say it was Beyonce, and he went
if it
there.
Right.
was Beyonce,
$10,000.
Okay, so if it was realistic in my situation, if it was Beyonce, I so would not break up with him over a crush, over a picture, even if she's touching on him in a way that I only am supposed to do that. It's just for a moment. It's just kind of one of those like those crush things that Beyonce ain't gonna be checking for my dude. She's not leaving her person for my guy. It's
She's
kind
not
of
leaving Jay-Z.
huh?
Beyonce ain't leaving Jay-Z.
You know what I'm saying? But so I think it's a bit outrageous. First of all, the fact that they're willing to pay $1,000 for that experience of having a picture. I don't know what all comes with that, but
Hmm.
that's a bit much. So I feel like they worried about the picture. Like, can we talk about why you felt like $1,000 was a good investment for a picture with your crush? I mean, go to the concert, get a, I don't know. But I don't think I think it's silly to break up because I
Mhm.
know some people feel disrespected and all of that, and I get that. But we're not talking about Tyrone down the street and around the corner in the neighborhood. We're talking about Chris Brown. He's not going to be with those women.
Hey,
That's all.
so real quick, B, before you come in, so going off of what Toya just said, so with the $1,111, you get two autograph signed personal items, 11/11 calendar, a tour gift, a VIP laminate, a signed 8x10 photo, early entry to the show, and a picture with Chris Brown.
Oh yeah, that's worth it.
None of that said bill paid. Like my light bill ain't paid. My, you know what I'm saying, water. Like I get to come
Yo-
on, I get to pay half the
YOLO.
phone bill or something. You just getting felt on for 1,100. You know what I'm saying? And then you had to pay probably $1,000 for the ticket to go to the show.
That was
And
the
then
1100, right?
on top of that, where are you getting this money? You spending 1,100, you know, and then so okay, I'm 50-50. Now, if you like Tori was saying, this your crush, you know, it's one in a lifetime thing. You spend $1,000. I don't agree with the 1,000, but if you spend $1,000, you saved up your money. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you what to do with your piggy bank. But if you spend your 1,000 to get a decent like a regular picture, like hey, you know, I'm Chris Brown, you know, woo, woo, a regular picture, but I'm seeing them with hands on cheeks. I'm seeing them pick them up. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man, that's just like me. Yeah, you don't. You might well go to Chris Brown house because you ain't coming back here.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Earring backs, sandals, curling irons, everything will be at the door.
Really,
Mm-hmm.
Corey. We know that you're married, and all that good stuff. But
Well, this is low.
how do you feel about that situation?
I feel like they broke up. They had problems already. But I don't agree with paying 1,100 just to go take a picture with somebody.
That's where I'm at with it. Like,
That's just ridiculous. I mean, is that autograph going to appreciate in value later on down the road? And just I don't know, but I just can't see it. But like I said, they had problems already before that. That's why they broke up.
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's check in real quick, me with the family, and see what they are thinking about this dilemma. So hey, family. Looks like Aaron says I would be okay with the pic with Beyonce, talking about her guy having a pic with. Oh no, she's saying she would be okay with the pic with Beyonce. Oh, her guy, right?
Yes.
Okay. Them getting VIP seating lounge is worth it. Okay, so she feels like it's worth it. All right.
It's worth it.
All right, Lee Quashay says it's not the picture that's the problem, it's the nature of the photo. If you're in a serious relationship, I would agree that some of those poses are unacceptable and disrespectful to their significant other.
Boom.
Janessa says that's insecurity.
Boom.
Y'all know, I guarantee you, growing up, even if not now, y'all have a crush out there.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with that.
And
What
I'm
does
just
it have
saying,
something to do with it?
Do you know how
bro,
many people
you
look
have a crush, somebody out there, right?
right? That I'm paying. If you paying 1,100 for him to grab on your cheeks, what you doing for free? What you doing at the club?
Good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing for a drink?
Oh my gosh. He's not no regular dude. He's not
Oh man,
homeboy down the street.
That's a good point, though. Yeah.
that was
No,
great. It
he's
just came
not
up
homeboy
fresh.
down the street. This is what if this is on their bucket list? And it's not like they in no private room. It's nothing. This is on your bucket list. Have your moment.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is what I will say.
Yeah.
Do girls pay for dudes to get lap dances and stuff?
This is what I will say too, though. In order for it to be a trending thing, in order for it to go viral, in that post it said 37 women, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, what I would say to those 36 other women, because somebody went first,
Yeah.
those other 36 women, those men in the relationship should have had that conversation. Hey, now if you're going to go see Chris Brown and all this, don't take no pictures that's risque, or because I'm uncomfortable, babe, if you do X, Y, and Z. That conversation needed to be had prior to. And now if they disrespected it after that, then I can see it, right?
Right.
But you can't.
If
Like,
I know,
too many people did it for this to be an ongoing thing. Are these men not saying nothing to their person, and they just, you think they broke up because they didn't care? Like,
and y'all fool if you think that Chris Brown ain't hitting it now.
he ain't.
How do you know, man? How do you know? I'm saying we don't know. And you talking about you know. Like,
They're making it seem like, man, there was some big healthy women.
I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying, you know, man, come on. Like you said, this Chris Brown. This Chris Brown.
I agree with Corey. They already have some issues. If they easily, if a picture ruffles you,
Okay, well,
they
fast
already have some issues.
now there are some men that paid 11 to take pictures with Chris Brown as well. So
Were they getting felt on too? Let's see those pictures. Let's see how those look. Let's look at the difference.
That's not there. That's the wrong picture.
Look at he got a whole handful right there.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
But
so you would be comfortable with the guy if you had? Do you have a man? I don't know. You'd be comfortable with somebody grabbing your man like that?
If my man takes a picture with Rihanna, see, they took a picture. They took the jailhouse photo.
Oh, that's cool. That's a regular photo right there.
Okay.
I thought that was me for a minute.
It did kind of look like what.
But they would have told us if he took a picture with Chris Brown. We would have known.
Mia, don't run from the question.
If my man was taking a picture with Rihanna and he could fill her up.
No, she was filling him up.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. Like now, I mean, dudes go to strip clubs. Like, long as you don't take it to look, it's your one time. It is literally the one time that you're going to see this famous person that, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is on your bucket list. If I know that Halle Berry is on your bucket list, now it's different if she like nude or naked. But if he taking a picture, he say, "Hey, hold my junk," and she holds it, I don't care.
Okay,
now,
so
if you don't pull it out, that's
where does the line draw? So you have to be famous. If it's a random?
Yes, that's the line. Famous.
So it's different when she's not famous. It's just
absolutely because it has to be an unrealistic situation where you know that those celebrities, your chances of an opportunity to be with them in a relationship is slim to almost none.
Oh, you thinking it's okay?
You're willing to risk your relationship?
I'm not risking my relationship.
I'm just saying you don't know if you ain't talked to your man. Obviously, these 37 women didn't talk to their men. They didn't know where their man was standing at before they did it. So I'm saying you willing to go.
It says, woman says her boyfriend broke up with her after her meet and greet picture with Chris Brown went viral. My boyfriend broke up with me because I allowed Chris Brown to hold my waist during a meet and greet. After the picture went viral, my boyfriend immediately broke up with me. He told me Chris Brown was too close to me and I shouldn't have allowed him to hold me like that. But I don't care. I would trade my boyfriend for a meet and greet with Chris Brown. 100 times again. Boy.
They had problems, right?
They
Okay.
already had problems.
They already had problems.
They had problems. She tried to sweeten it up to my hold my waist. Old ass. That's what he was holding. I seen the picture. He had both cheeks and she was in the air.
Okay,
Leg wrapped around.
let me go back to the family real quick because they're making some interesting points here. Lee Quashe says, if you want to be a wife, then show your man what it looks like to have you on his arm forever and vice versa. Aaron says, you say you what?
Oh, I was just saying I like that.
Oh. Aaron says, I agree with the insecurity. However, my dude knows that I love Chris Brown. As long as I don't go, as long as I don't go to back, or maybe to the back, as long as I don't go to the back, then he's okay.
As long as you don't go to the back behind the curtains.
But actually, these men should have been present at the concert with their person. That's what I'm thinking. That's
$2,200. If he go back there with her to take her picture, that's $2,200. That's
They
can't afford that.
no, what I'm saying. I'm saying just being
Can't be there.
present. I'm just saying being there at the concert, being present. You might not get to go in the back, but I'm saying like I just don't think it's that deep. If you have a conversation prior to, like,
Janet Jackson and
picture.
Beyonce and did lap dances. Like that, this is a part of this a part of the industry.
But
And
hold on.
He's making people lives.
Hold on, because this is a very good point. Lee Quashe says, let's be real. Most women get mad when their dude heart a pic
Ooh,
of a woman on Facebook.
stop. And that's
Let
what I'm
alone
saying.
grabbing Holly Berry cheeks in a photo, they'll get into cardiac arrest.
Stop playing.
Point.
Stop playing. Thank you for being realistic.
No,
Thank you.
it's different. I don't care if you heart
Yeah.
Halle Berry pictures. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't care if you slide in Halle Berry DMs. I don't care.
Ah,
Corey's like, I said what I said. They got issues beforehand. And
so
they just
what if Halle Berry starts showing interest?
No, now you're crossing the line. You're supposed to be there.
But you allowed it.
Do you have a celebrity crush?
Huh?
Oh, yeah, Megan Good. Me?
I didn't ask you.
I
I
told
asked
you.
Corey.
Oh, you didn't.
Ooh.
He in love. Never mind.
No, I mean,
Tread lightly.
She might be in the room to watch, like, say something
no,
else.
she's not here.
Right before you go to bed. So earlier,
What's her name? Gabrielle Union.
Gabrielle
Okay.
Union.
Okay.
See?
Yes.
And if you had the ability to take a picture with her, would you?
Yeah, but it wouldn't be I'm not paying $1,100 though.
Let's get that.
You can pass me on that.
B, if Megan Good wants to take a picture with you and bend over in front of you,
Yeah.
you gonna take that picture.
Never
A
for
committed relationship. You would take a picture with Megan.
never for 1,100, and my picture is gonna be respectful if I'm in a relationship.
So you're not gonna let Megan Good. You gonna say, stand up, Megan Good. Don't you bend over in front of me.
Yeah, man. You're not gonna do that. Megan Good is respectful. Okay. Now, if anything, I'm gonna see if she like to add to the, you know what I'm saying. But I'm not.
Oh, you trying to break her home?
I wouldn't try to be disrespectful to what I got going on. Nah, man.
All right.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna save some relationships and we're gonna stop right there, okay? And I'm saying we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in with us this far. Hang tight, we're gonna jump into a quick commercial. We have so much more. I'm just saying.
I remember saying to my friends, there is my future wife, and then I took the step to meet someone who would change my life. It had to be my destiny, 'cause I was made to love you, my hands to touch you, my arms to hold you, my legs to stand, my time to spend with you forever. I was
Hey, you guys, welcome back and welcome back. We want to give a really quick shout out to I Am Corte Entertainment for that amazing promo pics that me and my girl Mia has a privilege of being a part of that amazing movie. By the way, I'm sure you guys have seen the flyer. It's been dropped on yesterday. The movie premiere, there it is, July the 20th. Now, today is Juneteenth. It is a one-time sale on today. You can purchase tickets for only $15. Okay. Yes, you heard me. $15. You can get your tickets to the premiere today only. That sale ends at midnight tonight. Okay. Yes. Now I am super excited about that production. There you see there's the flash sale on the screen for you, where you can log into but I'm married movie.eventbrite.com. Now we know we're super excited about that production. So we're gonna but I married you to death. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and move into our second segment of tonight. It is called Men versus Women. Okay. So I just wanted to change it up a little bit tonight. You know what I'm saying? I have 5 quick questions for the family. We need y'all to, tune in with us. Okay. It's a little different. You got to put on your thinking cap, but here it is. So when I say men versus women, it's not to divide us. It's just to let you know that the answers to these questions, they're all associated with men. Okay. The questions is women problems, and the answer is associated with men. Okay. All right. Period. Men versus women. All right. Y'all cool with that? Y'all ready for that? All right. Here we go. So if we could have our first question up. Something that most women have once a month. B, you know what that is? Corey?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, we said
Yeah.
period.
You said it. I'm sorry.
The real word for men.
A real word for men.
The real word is not period.
A cycle.
No.
Okay. Is that y'all's final answer?
Oh, I don't know the rest of it, but a mystery.
A what?
A mystery.
Menstrual cycle.
Right.
Okay. Let's see the answer. What is it? It's
Let's
a
go.
minstrel.
Yeah,
a
mystery.
Yes, it's a minstrel. Y'all see how men is the cause of women's problems because it's a minstrel.
Oh,
It's a
I see
minstrel.
what you did there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Okay. Yes,
Okay.
let's go ahead and jump into our second one. What is it called when a woman stops ovulating? Mia, not you. This is for our men, okay? Okay. Fellas, what is it called when a woman stops ovulating? Ovulating, it means, having that menstrual. What is it called when a woman stops having her menstrual?
You know,
Oh, menopause.
It's what, Corey?
Menopause.
Let's see the answer. What does it say? Men. Oh, okay.
man.
Nothing about women.
That was my answer.
I mean, think about
No,
it.
it's not your answer.
No, I know. I'm saying my answer was, man.
What was it?
When somebody hit you and say I'm not ovulated or whatever, I'd be like, man, what?
Yeah, because he's like, she better not be pregnant.
Like, damn, I wasn't. They got men, like,
He got scared.
I'm just saying that's 2 for 2, where men is the cause of women's problems. Y'all, hey,
man.
hey, I'm just saying, okay.
You got some women one day. They some problems too.
All right, let's move on. Here we go. What's our third one?
I was 3 men probably.
A range of conditions that affect mood, thinking, and behavior. What is that called? A range of conditions that affect mood, thinking, and behavior.
Corey, you should know this one.
Yeah, it's not coming to mind.
He took his glasses off.
Think about it, Corey. Think about it.
Mental disorder.
Okay.
Mental. Yeah.
Do you co-sign on that? B, do you?
Win women tool. Women tool.
Mia, is that what you're gonna go with?
What? Oh no, I'm not going with that. Whatever B said is wrong.
Okay, what you going with? What you?
I would say your mental health.
Okay, and let's see. Our family says mental. Oh, those were for the earlier answers. One of our family says bipolar.
Yeah.
That's one of the behaviors. Mental health. Okay, that was a good answer. Let's see the answer. Mental illness. But y'all see that mental illness.
We're talking about men. You see, they just be stressing us.
Do y'all? I'm just saying. Okay, I love my men, but men, it's just funny how they just, a lot of our problems are associated with men. Okay. All right, moving along. We have two more real quick for y'all family, so hang in there with us. Let's see that the fourth one.
Oh yeah, who wrote these?
When a woman has her whole uterus removed, what is that? Not you, Mia.
I know. I ain't saying that.
When a woman has her whole uterus removed, and fellas, any fellas in the comments?
Man down.
Oh.
Have the uterus removed?
No, that's
the whole uterus removed.
So I see how much y'all care about women.
Right.
I know what it's called.
Fellas, if we have any fellas in the comments, we want our fellas.
If the ladies are answering, let's see what the fellas say. Because
let's see what the fellas say.
I want to say, but I think that's just for dudes. Is it the same name for dudes?
It's hysterectomy.
Yeah, let's look at the answer real quick.
That's for, but that's
hysterectomy.
I thought that was for dudes.
Hysterectomy. Now.
A man have a vasectomy.
Vasectomy. You talking
about? You was thinking vasectomy?
Man, no, I was thinking hysterectomy, but I thought that was for when the men get dismissed.
Yeah. So even though it's spelled differently, but it's pronounced hysterectomy, which is still his problem that he's causing us. Period. Okay, it's a hysterectomy. Now, ladies, on this last one, I know you're gonna know it. We don't want to give the fellas any help, okay? So y'all hang tight on y'all's comments, unless it's any guys out there that's in the section. Y'all chime in, but the ladies, because we know the ladies is like, yep, hysterectomy. I got it. Menopause. Okay, here we go. Here's the last one. A specialized doctor for the female reproductive system. What is that? What is it, B? It's right there on your
see, what you doing? What?
I used to want to be this. Hold on.
Wow. I did too.
Let me start with the African people name. Hold on, bro.
What?
Hold on.
Oh yeah, it does. It does.
What is it, bro?
Shout it out.
Come on, you mother sucker. Damn, I'm about to say.
I'm thinking OBGYN, but
okay, you and the.
All right, what does OBGYN stand for? What'd
you say? What did you say?
A gynecologist.
Oh, okay. Let's see the answer.
Right.
Gynecologist.
That's not how that's spelled. It's a gynecologist.
The gynecologist. He sound like an African person.
Yeah, Ghana. Yeah, because I was thinking Ghana. And I ain't
I didn't
want
know
to
where
say
you was going with
gonorrhea.
it. Okay, gone. Okay.
I was about to say.
I just knew that later in today's show that we will be hitting on mental, health and all of that good stuff, and how funny that would be just to realize how men have a lot to do with some, a lot of women's problems. You know what I mean?
We don't.
Did y'all enjoy that? Did y'all enjoy that at all?
Yes, I like that.
Our family says the African person took me out.
I didn't get that one at all. Like,
Yeah.
no idea that was coming.
Yes, yes. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead at this time because that's all I have for y'all right now. Because hey, I want y'all to take a breather and go in later and discuss that with y'all's women because yeah, yeah, y'all cause a lot of our problems.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into our third segment of tonight by my boy B, Hot Topic.
Hey, what's happening, man? All right, so this week's hot topic is sad and just kind of disturbing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It just came across my desk. I got me a little desk now. Now that I'm important. So, but now, so if y'all have heard about this girl, and I don't know how to say her last name, but her first name is Sade. Sade, Bakari. I don't know. But this young woman has went live, you know what I'm saying? She been locked up now. Her and her boyfriend just got locked up because she murdered or killed a baby. And the baby was like 6 months, 7 months. You know what I'm saying? She had other kids, didn't do nothing to her kids, but just didn't like this one. And it's a video out there, where she's just kind of just you just I can't even say it. Just doing bad things to the child. You know what I'm saying? They got some messages out there, but the latest report is Andrews, which is the baby daddy. He got locked up too. He admitted to investigators that he struck the 2-year-old 7 to 8 times with a braided dog toy in the back, face, and buttocks Monday morning. And a few weeks beforehand, he hit the child harder than he should. Now he didn't admit this to the police, so they done did their investigations, looked at all the videos, went and locked him and her ass up. How do y'all speaking about mental illness? Do you think that she's dealing with this, or you think she's just I don't know, just acting out for the baby daddy? You know what I'm saying? Because I seen a lot of people in the comments saying she was mental illness and all this stuff, but why you didn't do the rest of the kids? Not saying she was supposed to, but I feel like she just pick and choose. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how that works, but
so we're gonna go ahead and jump into a really quick video regarding your topic, B, and let's just check that out real quick.
Your discretion is advised.
Yes, your discretion is advised. So if you're not into child abuse, then we advise you to turn your phone on your laptop down for a quick second. It's only an 18-second video, but we are giving y'all viewer discretion. Okay, video is about to play in 3, 2, 1.
Work, shoot. Quit pulling out. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
That's crazy. And so, of course, more, you know what I'm saying, of that happened. But they said the baby fell off the bed onto the face. It was broke a blood vessel in the head, and baby wasn't able to make it. But she's locked up now. The guy's locked up now. They both being charged for it. And I think it's just it's a crazy world out here, man. You really gotta watch who you having your kids with, man, because that's crazy. Like, look at the baby, man. Come on, man.
Oh wow, that's
So
Yeah.
I didn't
So
watch the video. I can't stomach it.
so
Literally, I can't stomach
did
that.
she get did she try to plead, because a lot of times in situations like this, they always want to plead insanity. Sometimes it's, it be that, but did she try to plead like insanity or anything?
This just happened Monday and Tuesday
Oh, oh,
morning.
so she
So
hasn't even been like all of that. Okay.
yeah, that's what they saying in the comments, that she had something, a mental illness going on, and I just don't think it's that. I mean, I'm not no doctor or nothing, but I just feel like if you mental, then you're not really picking and choosing where your mental goes. You know what I'm saying? Everything getting fucked up, not
Right.
just one person, one baby. But I mean, that's
Okay. So before we dive deeper into this, let's go ahead and see that text thread that was put out there.
oh, okay, nah, T weird. That's why you stuck with him. See, you got it. Mm-hmm. Mm.
It sounded like they was passing the buck with that.
Yes, Corey, what do you think about that? What do you think about this situation?
That text sounded like it was giving an excuse for what she already planned to do. Even though you might be receiving some help, I mean, if you in your right mind to say, I'm going to do this and use the mental as an excuse, that doesn't excuse you from doing what you got pre-planned. Because someone with mental illness, true mental illness, they're not plotting that. They may someone with severe mental illness, they may hear voices to tell them to do something like that, but they're not going to share it. Not always. And I was looking at the baby. I was trying to see, just guesstimate, and it looked like that baby, I guess, past where she's postpartum. I mean, I don't know. It's too early to tell. Um, I'd be interested to see if they do a psych eval, see what they come up with. Um, but that text to me kind of makes her look guilty for premeditating something and then gonna try to blame somebody else's.
Right, because I so agree, because in that message she said, I go see, I guess maybe a therapist. She said, I'm mental. I see a doctor every month. So even just with that comment alone right there, I feel like if the doctor, not putting it on him, but I'm saying if that's even true, that she was seeing a doctor and the doctor was able to know that there's something extra going on and she's a parent, because I don't think that behavior, it was not just like a snap. Like that's like she's been abusing that baby. It just went too far.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And women like that, it just infuriates me, because if you can't handle the child, have enough sense to go give it up for adoption or just something, but to take your flesh and blood's life.
Yeah. And if
I,
she's going on a monthly basis, she might be a little more severe than others.
uh,
So that's a possibility.
Boom, there she go.
But she look a little crazy in that photo.
so what is
But
this?
I
This
mean,
is a rap sheet?
No,
aggravated assault
this
and a
is
child
abuse. 2 counts.
when she
Oh,
got her bookie.
okay. I wonder if she's been in
The
trouble
doctor
prior
gonna
to
get her.
this situation.
Huh?
I said, I wonder if she's been in trouble
But
prior to this
ain't
situation.
regard.
I'm not sure about that, Toya. Mia, what did you say?
Regardless, she gonna get hers when she go to jail,
Oh,
because that's like the worst thing you can do is hurt a child.
yeah.
So, yeah, when she goes to prison, not in, if she ain't in protective custody, you go there for her the baby. That's the worst thing you can do in a jail. She gonna get hers back.
But y'all know,
And
okay,
so-
y'all finna kill me. I know y'all finna listen. Just hear
Oh,
me out.
Lord.
Just hear me out. Okay. If that woman is really mentally ill, I'm not saying that she shouldn't get no jail time. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that I hope that she gets the proper help that she needs, because it's, again, she did something that is like it's horrible, traumatic. But she
Recorded it. You're
also,
not crazy if you record.
huh?
Yeah, she recorded it too.
She
Yeah, like
That's
recorded.
what I'm saying. She needs help. That's what I'm saying.
You're
yeah.
Like,
not crazy when you recording.
I think that that's why you are crazy, because you recorded it, and that's evidence. Like, I mean, that's the best thing she could have done, is recorded it. So now we know it's a horrible thing. But if she didn't record it, who would have ever realized that this happened until the baby? You know what I mean?
But see, Toya, I feel like she wanted to document that, because if you didn't record it, then that baby would have went through worse, and nobody would never know what actually happened to that baby. So with her recording it, like Corey has said, what's the word, premeditated? It's premeditated. So she knew, she kind of knew what she was doing, but I guess when she go off the rocks, it's like she think what she's doing by recording is the right thing to do.
Now she think it's funny.
Yeah, to her, because she was laughing in the video. She was laughing in the video. She think it was funny.
And
But
y'all think honestly that that's a sane person. A sane person don't do that.
Person. Yes,
Huh?
it's if you evil. Yeah.
And what causes a person to be evil? It's not themselves, it's something within them. Like,
yeah,
that's deep. Like, that's
know.
scary.
I didn't
That's
see it.
Now, if I'm trying to look at it from a prosecutor standpoint, they're going to see it as probably premeditated. But if she get a lawyer that's going to try to really help her for the mental aspect, because there is some illness in that. I mean, something's not right.
Well, that's not right.
And so, how many kids she got?
She had 3, I believe.
Was she single?
No, she was with the baby daddy.
Oh,
He was abusing the kid too. Like, they just taking turns.
oh,
Yeah, he admitted to abusing the kid, whooping him.
Yeah,
with a braided dog, a dog braid.
Yeah, and
whatever.
You did say
admitted
that.
to. So
They on drugs.
say he didn't admit to.
They on drugs.
He admitted to. So yeah.
yeah.
I have a picture.
They're gonna do time. They're gonna definitely do some
I
time.
think they definitely should do time. I'm just saying that I know there's an underlying issue there. But let me check in with the family real quick. The family says if she was prison doesn't rehabilitate. That's all I'm saying in that. Like, she needs to go to prison, but then she also needs to seek some help, or she's gonna be like that forever. And probably in this situation, nobody cares. It's like, let her suffer, right? Aaron says a normal person wouldn't think it was okay to do that, period. She also says she's not normal. It's a chemical imbalance. Janessa says normal people do not behave that way. So yeah, we all agree that she's definitely.
All right, so question to anybody in the chat, you know what I'm saying?
Who is that?
That's the boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's the boyfriend?
The baby daddy, yeah. So let's say y'all take y'all's kids to a babysitter, you know what I'm saying, that y'all trust or whatever, and come to find out the babysitter done snapped, right? They was dealing with mental illness and stuff, and took your child's life, right? Well, forbid. But I'm just hypothetically. Y'all still want this person to not go to jail. You want them to seek help.
I don't think no one's saying that she shouldn't go to jail, because they're just identifying.
There's a couple people in the comments saying that jail is not.
Yeah, jail won't rehabilitate. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I will say, I think that you have to get punished. You can't take a life, your child, or anybody's child, and don't reap the repercussions of that.
Right.
You definitely should go to jail, if not life, for a very long time. I'm saying while she's in there, I would encourage her or whomever that she needs to seek something for
while she's in there.
while she's in there.
Yeah.
Not go to the crazy house. No.
Yeah,
Go to jail.
I think I feel like that's a way out, because it's like, yeah, you're getting help, but you're not getting punished for what you did. You're just
but if she's in jail, she just gets to talk to somebody through her problems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But she's good. I agree with jail all day. And back to your point, to your question, I hope pray that I'm never in that situation, because I would be sitting beside them.
My grandma used to say, I gotta put my religion in my back pocket. But baby, I'm finna act the fool. That's it, that's all.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah, that was that was pretty much all for my topic.
Yeah, that was let's lift the spirit. Let's get it. Boy.
No,
that was interesting, because at the end of the day, we don't talk about that heavy stuff, because we can't imagine it on our doorstep, right? Or in our family or anything like that. But you just never know, especially the times that we live in. Times is hard. People are losing their mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it is heavy, but it's definitely needed. And so yeah, what we're going to do at this time, you guys, and let me see what the family said real quick. I'm unaliving the babysitter.
But
okay. My Aaron says my dad was bipolar, schizophrenia, and he lashed out at me and my mom. We wanted him to get mental help. They wouldn't take him to jail first. Oh, they don't take them to jail first. I guess if you say that, they don't just take you to jail. They try to go seek. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, so what we're going to do is jump into one more final quick commercial. And when we come back, we're going to put our special guests in the hot seat. All right. So y'all stay tuned for some more of, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
In America, Black men have faced a lot of trauma. I've run into moments of trauma that weren't caused by me, but were initiated because of me. And so you get to a point where you're like always trying to walk this fine tightrope, not knowing that every day you have an anxiety level when you walk outside, that someone can misinterpret your actions and you can go to jail. Someone can misinterpret your action, you can get shot. Things that seem like extremes for other people are a norm for me. In the Black family, the Black man is there to provide. They don't have time to deal with emotions. We neglect ourselves and our personal feelings and emotions, so we often put that on the back burner and we don't talk, we don't communicate. It happens enough where it's a problem in the community. I prioritize mental health because there's so many things that we face in environments that we go through that we don't even get to verbalize. I wanted to not only express to other people and other men, it's okay to go to a therapist, it's okay to receive counseling. It's just like a regular check-in, like that's physical every year. During this process, you always have to have a certain level of patience. But if you feel like you're not getting the service you need, you can find someone else. There's always a better match for you. You can find someone else.
Welcome back. So we hope that you guys were able to tune in to that commercial. It was very informative, definitely educating on mental health, which actually brings us into our last segment, okay? So our special guest, Corey Robinson, he is a native of Texarkana, Texas. He is a proud graduate of Texas High School. He has been married for over 26 years, and he has 3 beautiful daughters. He obtained his undergraduate degree in sociology at Southern Arkansas University, Magnolia, and he has a master's in counseling psychology at Texas A&M. He is the pastor of Sunset Church of God in Christ, where he has served over 20 years. He is a strong proponent of merging therapy and spirituality. While working in the field, Corey has received various trainings and attained a certification in brain spotting, EMDR, and solution-focused brief therapy. Corey currently serves adult and the teen population. When serving clients, Corey likes to tell them, I'm here to walk this journey with you. Let's see where it goes. Without further ado, we welcome. Oh, and also lastly, he specializes not only in just the therapy aspect, but also addiction, complex PTSD, grief and loss, and veterans. And that's just some of the things that Corey specializes in. So without further ado, we welcome you again, our guest, Corey Robinson.
Mm.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Welcome. Okay, so we hope that you have enjoyed hanging out with us this far. But at this time, Corey, we would like to put you in what we call the hot seat. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So as you can see, our opinions, they are ours, but we brought in a licensed therapist this time who has the right to speak on, and I hear a lot of background noise. Do y'all hear that? Okay, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Um, it sounds like Corte may be taking a shower. I don't know. But yes, again, he's a licensed therapist as well as a pastor and a loving husband and father. And so we're just going to go ahead and just bounce some questions off of you. Is that okay with you, Corey?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right, Mia, you wanna start us off?
Sure, sure. So my first question is, since this is Black Men Mental Health Month, what are some of the biggest misconceptions about Black men and mental health?
Uh, Black men have always been portrayed as strong and can handle resilient and can handle anything. And I hate to I know this is Black men mental health, but in the Black community, there's always been for many years what goes on in the house, stay in the house. So therefore you don't talk. And so when it comes to Black men and mental health, um, it's very, let me go back as far as mental health. Mental health includes our emotional, our psychological, and our social well-being. So it affects how we think, feel, and act as we, cope with daily life. And so, as far as with the Black men and mental health, the myth is, like I said, feel like they're strong, they can handle anything. That may be true to a certain degree, but Black men need to get some therapy just as well. Got to protect your mental health just like anybody else. And so the myth that you can handle it and you don't need therapy, that needs to be debunked. And I feel like we're on the right side and the positive road now where it's being more talked about, more publicized. So just getting rid of that notion that Black men don't need to talk, you're just fine, is the main thing I would say as far as the myth.
Okay. And so before we jump into our next question, and thank you so much for that answer, Corey, I want to encourage our family. If you guys have any questions for Corey regarding mental health, feel free to drop that in the comments, and we'll get to those questions as well. Okay. Uh, B, if you want to go ahead and jump into your question? He's smiling.
Okay.
Oh, you're muted. We can't hear you, B.
Oh, my bad. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I have a question. It's for myself, and it might be some other people that might feel the same. If not, cool, whatever. But so when finding, so I'm the type of person that I lock my feelings in a box and I throw it in the ocean, and I leave it there. You know what I'm saying? Because hoping it can go places. So I don't want to go to that place. So when looking for somebody to talk to, a therapist, how do you find somebody to talk to that hasn't been through the situation that you're dealing with? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it possible for somebody who hasn't been through what I've been through to tell me how to deal with this situation? Like, is it kind of like, because for me, it's like you can't tell, you know what I'm saying? You can try, or you can give me like the book version of, you know what I'm saying, how to feel, but if you really haven't went through that trauma or whatever, like how can it won't get through to me, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even know what the question was, but it was somewhere in there. I'm sorry. Let me see.
I think I know what you're saying.
Possible, yeah, I guess.
Because I hear the same thing among addiction and alcohol abuse. And you do want somebody to be able to relate to you that may have gone down that road. But however, I do believe that there are some, if you have the right therapist, the right trained and qualified therapist, they know how to get to you and be able to help you walk through that journey. Of course, when it comes to therapy, the biggest step is walking through that door. And once you open that door and allow yourself to um, talk and be able to tell your story, and it's you have to build up that rapport. You have to build up the relationship. So the person who's trained and know what they're doing, they can get to you, but there has to be a willingness on the side of the person receiving the therapy as well. So I would definitely encourage it, because even though you say you have those feelings locked in, can I ask you what feeling or emotion may emerge out of all the feelings when one does come out?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like
Does it ever happen to be anger or aggressiveness or?
yeah, anger would be one of them.
Okay.
And then I think like a lot of the emotional things I have went through, I think that will finally come out, like grieving and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I think my what you call it, the little mechanism where you try to hide was, I think the comedy, or you know, I'm always smiling, I'm funny, you know what I'm saying, and I
Your
gotta put
defense,
this out.
your defense mechanism.
Boom, that one right there. You know what I'm saying? I do that a lot. Because I don't want to go to that spot. And I feel like when I go to that spot, I don't know if I can come back from that spot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm gonna just leave it there and just keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Stay busy.
Yeah.
And yeah, just keep my mind going.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people, a lot of men in particular, they're afraid of that because they don't know, like you said, if you can come back to that place. But you can if you have the right therapist. And of course, I'm always a proponent of seeking somebody out of your own race. We just have that connection. And same goes for any other race. I've worked community mental health. I've worked at the college. Now I'm in private practice. But even in certain spaces, I've noticed certain ones wanted to see a therapist of their same color. And that's okay. And it does help, especially when you know somebody that's of the same color, and they can kind of relate to what you are going through. So you can probably start there and seek out somebody, a black therapist. But just taking that step, and like I said, if they're trained, they can walk you through it where they don't take you too far at one time, and they know how to balance that. And you make you feel safe in the moment. But that just comes along with building rapport. And the more you trust them, the more you're going to open up, like any other relationship. You don't just spilling everything out on the first date. But you just kind of throw out little bits and pieces each time. So And so you're trying to trust, okay, can I really trust this therapist to handle this? Or can they take care of me in this situation?
Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right. All right. And yeah, so I'm seeing my bro in a different light right now. So it's kind of like you're opening up. I love it. So what I will say, before I get to my question real quick, I'm gonna check in because the family says a good therapist will help you come back, which is, what Corey was saying. Also, eventually when you run from it, it comes back when you don't address it, no matter how old you are. Yeah. So it's like putting that Band-Aid, right? Like, yeah. Yeah. But this is good. This is good. So we have several more questions to get to. What I will say is, what I would like to know is, I have several. If you know somebody who's, let me scratch that. If you don't know somebody who's dealing with mental health or illness, right? What are some of the symptoms that we should look for in people, like if our loved ones, our friends, and they went through something heavy, and and I'm gonna just use B as an example. Like B's nature is he's always happy, so it's hard to kind of know when he's dealing with something. So what are some of those symptoms as friends that we can look for in our people to kind of help take a stronger look and be like, hey, something's not right here? Is there certain symptoms when it comes to mental health that we should be aware of or on the lookout for?
Yeah. Now, sometimes, especially when you're close, it's hard to see them, especially when you have a person who's always upbeat. But there's always maybe some signs. And the thing is, the behavior may become abnormal, or they may start saying some things that really just doesn't make sense, or they're not associating like they normally do. You just may see some changes in regular behavior throughout the day. Lack of self-care, lack of taking care of your hygiene. Um, they may start, I think I've said, saying things that just doesn't jive, um, becoming more and more irritable. Say, can we use you, B?
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
So all of a sudden, he just all of a sudden become more irritable, and he's always this happy person. And every time you see him, he's angry, upset, irritable. Something is going on, and so just behavioral changes. And if you see that, that's when you may ask, is what's going on? Can we have a conversation? Do you need some help? So just simple, subtle signs that are out of the ordinary. Because when it's a disorder, there's a disruption in certain areas in your life. Like I say, you're not taking care of your hygiene. Your sleep pattern may be off. Your eating pattern may be off. Your behavior is off. And so, or they may give subtle hints about life itself. Don't care anymore. So just simple, subtle things that you have to look for.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Back over to you, Mia.
Me? Okay. What are your thoughts on the whole toxic masculinity, or men aren't supposed to cry? Suck it up, you're a boy type.
Yeah. Well, we know that has not worked. Of course, you want a man to be a man, but they didn't tell the other side of that piece where it's go back to being afraid of your feelings, being afraid of being labeled as weak if you cry. And so therefore you got to put on this tough face. Now, I'm sure, can we be real? Some women, you don't want a man crying more than you do, right?
Facts.
And so, but you do want him to be able to trust enough to, if he's having a vulnerable moment,
Yeah.
can cry. And so with that toxic masculinity, it becomes aggressive behavior at all times in terms being mean and abusive towards women as well, which is not good. And so learning how to balance that, that's why I said we have to really push being able to talk. There's nothing wrong with just having a conversation, a trusted conversation, and know that it's a safe environment and you can still be a man and cry at the necessary appropriate time, and it doesn't take away from you being a man.
Okay. All right. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Our family says laughing at things that are not at all funny. Oh, that's yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, really? Like when
I
it
laugh
don't
at everything though.
and be like, yeah. Okay. All right, B, you got another question for Corey?
Um, that my question, my first question was that was a
Man.
real question. Like
Yeah.
I was so focused on that one. So I'm
Okay. Okay. I will say this is something that I really feel like I know in our community, in our culture, that a lot of times men don't open up because when they do, and then when we get mad, we throw it back up in their face, right? And so now they shut down. And of course, we wonder, why isn't he talking? Like, he won't even share his feelings and stuff like that. And I'm saying, like, um, what are some of the ways that women can nurture and care for our men even after the damage has been done? Do you hear that as well? Because it's a lot of background noise.
Oh my no, I was just saying listen.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're listening. Yeah, I hear it. It sounds like the wind. I think Cortez outside now in the
I don't
yeah.
know what Cortez doing.
Yes, but yeah, so basically what are some of the things that women, especially black women, because when we talk about our black women with our men, our communication is seem to be a struggle sometimes. And if we mess up that safe space, what are some of the things that we can do to try to build that bridge back so our men can open back up to us? Or is that even possible, do you feel like?
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, when a black woman cuts you, it's gonna hurt. And thing about a man, he gonna hold on to that. So it's gonna take a whole lot of time to really trust to be able to open back up, because like I said, y'all know how to cut. And so giving him that space, of course, letting him know you apologize, but there's also nothing like a woman building a man up, because when a woman build a man up, he feel like he can conquer anything. And so continuing to build him up, letting him know I appreciate who you are as a man and all that, and just kind of wait for that moment of trust where he feel like, okay, I can open back up now. So it's just going to take some time, but at the same time, continue to building him up.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Janista said, how do you encourage young male adults to get therapy?
I would say it's going to take a man and a woman figure that's in their life to try to get them to go. And I guess I'm trying to think what would be a age are they shooting at when you say a young male adult. Well, if you talking about a young male adult, um, just keep talking to them about it, and in the hopes that they can maybe look into it, even find out a black therapist in the area, because, like I said, they'll be able to relate to that person better. And so, just kindly not pushing them, not nagging them about it, but just good suggestions like maybe this will help you in this area, examples like that. um, you just never know. Just go talk and see what happens. So just every now and then, and try to encourage them to go have a conversation.
Okay.
I got a question. Um, and I
26.
feel like you're going to. How when you do therapy, how long do you do this? Is it a year, 2 years, 3 years? Like, what's the cutoff, and who determines when to stop? Is it the
Good.
therapist? Like, all right, I feel like I done told you everything. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm out of books. Or is it the person that's like, you know what? I feel better now. I don't need this no more. I'm done.
Well, Janesta just said it in the chat, as long as it's needed. And really, it depends on what the individual is going through, how much trauma they need to unpack, or it doesn't necessarily be trauma, how much things they need to unpack. And um, I think you and the therapist will both know, okay, we've reached a point where um, let's space this out to, let's say you start out every 2 weeks, and then you start spacing, you're like, okay, I'm doing good, so I'll space it out once a month, and things continue to go good. You both will know, okay, this is a good spot to, we can stop right here. And also, the therapist will leave that door open and let them know you can come back at any time. And sometimes people will come just back for a checkup, or they may just want to come bounce something off of you and say, well, just make sure I'm doing this right. I'm in a good headspace. And so um, is
So
there
is it?
prescribed
My
time?
bad.
Go ahead.
So is a therapist like listening to your problems and giving you some some options? What is the therapist telling me? You know what I'm saying? Like, they telling me some like ways to
Cool.
think or cope with the situation
I like
by
I like what you
medicine.
said, options, because we don't give advice. Uh,
Right.
um, we provide some suggestions, or may try to help. What I tell individuals, sometimes I may ask some questions just to provoke some thoughts, or provoke another way of thinking of this. Let's try to look at this from a different angle. And so, but the therapists, they will listen, but they also will try to help you some guidance if the thought process is just not as it should be. Because if you've experienced some trauma, and then of course trauma going to affect a lot of our thinking, a lot of our decision making, and it may not always be good. So at some point, may have to provide some way of, let's try to think of this a different way that may be more helpful to you. So just some suggestions if necessary, or sometime the client, they can talk their way. They just come talk it out. They need to hear themselves talk it out loud, and they work it out like, okay. And it's like magic that happened. It's because they heard themselves talking it out.
Okay.
Okay. So what I would say to you, Corey, so I know that you're also a pastor, and so I'm definitely a believer in all of that good stuff. And even though I know how to reach heaven, okay, there are moments in life where life be lifing. And so say if you have a member of your congregation, who's a believer and all that good stuff, and they feel like me, they know how to reach heaven. However, they come to you with their issue, and sometimes, our people say, well, just pray about it. Just hang in there, baby.
That's the
Pray.
one.
And praying about it, we're not saying prayer don't work, but I need something immediate if I'm dealing with some heavy stuff, right? How do you balance the two, like sharing the spirituality aspect of it compared to just the therapist when someone is coming to you and praying ain't helping, and God, it's a struggle. I don't know if I'm confusing you, but it's kind of like,
No, it's fine.
I need my therapist, not my pastor. Like, tell me something that God ain't already said. I need something else. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I'm gonna try to hit this in a couple of ways. Usually, when I do a presentation, like in a church setting, I always start out. We all agree that God is a healer, and we have to realize God heals in more ways than one. We go to the doctor for high blood pressure, and we get medicine, and it helps take care of that problem. Or we go for blood sugar problems, we go and get help in that area. And so the therapist is healing, and same way is putting it into practice, is making it practical. Yes, we believe in the power of prayer. I think we just had a discussion a couple of Bible studies a night ago, and the subject somebody came up about healing, and so we said, okay, and we have nurses in church. I'm sure a lot of churches have nurses. Okay, the nurse is going to do their job, so you do your job, and I pray, and we both will be covered on both ends. So just being practical, putting it into practice, that okay, God is a healer in more ways than one.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in real quick to our family and see here. Tori says they give you homework to do in different life exercises. Back to your question, B, on what do they do in therapy? Janessa says she loves a good therapy. A therapist gives homework. Also, Janessa says I'm afraid of Christian counseling because I'm a cusser and when I'm venting. Cortez says, I've been in therapy for 6 months, eventually stopped after that. The door has been open for me to come back, which I will. But if someone would like to go to a different therapist, will that help or hinder the help that is needed?
Good question. I don't think it'll hinder. That just depends on the person. If you feel like that therapist has done all they could do in the moment, that's all they can do in the moment. And sometimes therapist and client relationship just doesn't work, and you may need somebody else with some other tools to help you get to the next step of where you feel like you need to be.
Okay.
And as far as the homework, some therapists do give homework, some don't, and that also depends on the client. Like Janesta says, she like homework. Some people just don't like homework. Now, when I did at the college, I did a little bit of homework, but not much, because if they hear the word homework and you in college, that's just another task.
Okay.
But or you can give some suggestions to do and just don't call it homework.
Okay.
B, you look like you want to ask, what is homework?
Yeah, cause I'm not a fan of homework. So what are we doing at home? What kind of work? Give me an example of some homework that you would send home.
Homework could be starting a journal. It could be log this down every time you do this. What was your response? Or things of that nature. Something along those lines. Or practice this breathing exercise. It could be anything that the therapist prescribe, and for you to practice while outside of the therapy session.
Okay. Yeah. So not that getting in that book and studying and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, definitely an advocate of. So it looks like we got 2 more questions in the chat. I'll get one, Mia, you can get the other one.
Okay.
Corey says, is it best to ask someone you are dating to go to counseling before marriage is even brought up?
That's one right.
So if you're just dating somebody, do you think that they should, do you think it's best to ask them to go to, to counseling before y'all even get to the marriage part?
I do believe in marriage counseling, well, premarital counseling. I guess I'm trying to see what would be the purpose. I guess if you in it for the long haul, of course.
You know?
Right.
And if you're having problems, most definitely go ahead and get some counseling.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about marriage and we going to therapy. I'm finna break up. It's over. Rachel says, as a person who previously worked in a mental health facility, do you believe people are scared to get therapy or see a mental health due to being placed on psych meds?
Oh, most definitely. I did 10 years in a community mental health. So a lot of people think, there are some who think you're going to be on psych meds, and some people need it. Some people need just counseling. Some people need both. It just depends on you. And
Go ahead, B.
Go ahead.
I got a question. So I thought we was just talking. So when I leave, I gotta get doped up now?
No.
Where did the meds come from?
That's if you have.
You laugh for real.
That's if you have, say, if you got severe depression. And when I say severe, the B we know right now is not the B. He's sad. He's laying in the bed all day, not taking a shower, suicidal. That B will need some medication along with therapy, possibly. But you just going to talk, you taking care of business every day, and you somewhat know how to handle yourself, but you realize, okay, I could probably talk to somebody. Chances are you're not going to need medicine. But usually those that are going to community mental health, they have some more severe type issues going on where they do need some medication to just get up, basically.
Okay, you scaring me, Doc. No.
Yeah. And it's like Janesta said, sounds like she's well versed. Therapists, we just talk, we conversate, we have talk. Okay. Psychiatrists, they don't want to prescribe medicine.
Okay.
Or a psych nurse. If you just come to see me, we're just talking. All right.
Quick question. You're like, I held you to that.
Right, y'all see me missing out the show for a couple weeks.
We're gonna come up with just happy. We're gonna be like Billy rocking. Do you think, really quick, because I know we have a structure, but do you think there is more pressure on Black men talking to women, talking to each other, like just Black men talking to each other?
To a certain degree, because we don't want to ever appear weak.
I hate that word.
Like, you want me to use
that? No, I'm not saying it against you, because it's just like you keep like. Do you feel that society thinks Black men are weak, or I don't know?
It goes back to being raised, men, the masculine toxicity. Thank you. Tongue twister right now. You got to be a man. You don't cry. You don't show your emotions. And so if you're not crying and showing your emotions, or if you are, that means you must not be a man and you're weak.
Oh, okay.
But I do believe men have a sort of way of talking without just boo-hoo, this going on. It may not always be healthy, but they have a subtle way of talking. So they will talk more to one another. But the thing is, they probably need to talk to a therapist with the unbiased opinion instead of another man say, bruh, just go on and do this and, and it's not good.
Yeah, and some men or some people just don't care. It's not that we are scared or afraid of therapy or to talk to people or whatever, but like me, I don't care to tell people nothing because I know y'all don't care. I'm just saying, once you ask a person like, "Hey, how you doing, man?" and somebody stop and tell you about their whole day, you be like, "Damn, hold on, I didn't mean actually how you were doing. It's a saying." That's how people feel. Like that's how it is. That's how I feel, and I know somebody else feel like that. When people be asking you, "Hey, man, how you doing, man?" Sometimes that shit is a loaded question. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm doing a lot, but when you ask it, you don't really care. You just ask it, and so some people hold it in because you don't care. So I'm not gonna waste my breath.
And if somebody say it right, they really care. It's like, really, how are you doing?
Right. They'll hit you with double time. No.
Yeah.
They'll look you in the eyes. They'll lock
Yeah.
in. No, really, how are you doing?
Yeah.
And back to Mia, in general, men don't talk. So that's
Corey said, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying.
right.
So that's why it's a challenge, because that means I got to open up.
Yes.
And men are not always verbal. I can't think of that old statistic where they said one man speaks so many words in a day, as opposed to a woman.
Oh yeah.
So there's that challenge, but it's still doable for a man to go. And there are some therapy modalities where a man don't have to hardly say much of anything, but he's processing it in his brain.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the brain spotting I use. I invite them to speak as little as much. And some people may talk and some people may not, but their brain is processing.
I know I'll say for me, as a single woman, if I come across a man and he tells me that he has a therapist, it's actually a turn on for me, because he's getting mental, he's getting goodness and coping skills and all of that good stuff. It's so I'm just saying you might want to try it.
What
Y'all
about
gonna automatically think
If
he
you're not in
crazy.
a relationship, they will be like, oh, okay.
quick
Okay.
question? I know, because I have a lot of questions, but I know we're on the time. I'm sorry.
Yes, because we're about to jump.
I know this is so good. Thank you so much for talking. What about men that don't realize that they have trauma? Like I've ran across so many people, and I'm talking to them, I'm like, oh my God, that happened. Oh my God. And they're like, oh, it's good. I'm all right. And I'm like, no, you're not. Can I please hug you?
Who says it's trauma? All right. Right. If it's not trauma to them, like, all right. The
See,
question is
let the doctor talk.
I'm not a doctor. So.
I mean, let the therapist
Oh, I guess let me try to say it like this. I'm kind of hitting where B said, "Who says not trauma?"
Okay.
Sometimes we may experience trauma and don't realize we are traumatized, because trauma affects our way of thinking. It shapes our view of things, and we don't even realize it. We've gone through some stuff, and now some people they may experience it and be fine, but if you find yourself anxious around this situation, or every time this happens it sparks something else in you. Can I give an example? Say if you're used to going to the club, and every time you go to the club there's a shooting, and now whenever you go out to eat, where do you sit? You sit against the wall so you can scan the whole room.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I know I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to make sure you don't want people walking up behind you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so trauma can come in so many different ways, and we just don't realize how it's affected our way of thinking, our perception of the environment, of how we see people. We're guarded against people. And so what was your question, Mia?
Like what my thing was how to talk to people that don't know that they hate
Oh,
you.
okay.
Like just they feel like I'm good. And like, but you're not.
Well, they gotta want the help first. Number one,
You gotta want help.
Even if you point out things to them, you can point some things out and let them know that's not totally the right way of thinking about this.
Yeah.
And so just pointing it out to them, and then it's up to them to decide whether they want to get some help about it. Because some people are comfortable and don't want to change. It's a sad thing, but some people do. How do I say this? I've seen people in abusive situations, and if they get a normal relationship, they got to find a way to derail it. Like, this is not normal.
Whew. We're gonna bring you back for part 2 because
Yeah, you gonna have to come back. Like
right
we're gonna have to bring you in once a season because we need you. Everybody loves you. Yes.
no, because that right there, when you talk about trauma in relationships, and
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring you back for a whole nother.
You know, open up a whole new
Relationship.
chapter now.
I'm gonna cry.
okay,
I feel it.
No question.
that right there is so good. Like, woo wee.
It's real though. It's real.
Yes, yes, and this has been so awesome so far. But before we share our final thoughts, Corey, and all that good stuff, because anything that you want to share with our family that you haven't shared or anything like that, we're going to jump into a quick commercial, and when we come back, we're going to have final thoughts. Family, hang with us. I mean, I'm just saying.
Before we go into commercial, you guys, you would read the message.
Yeah, you sent me a lot of them.
Go ahead and flip up two messages, and you will see about queuing the helpline, the hotline.
Yeah. So at this time, if there's anybody out there, and you're not sure where you can, seek help from, you'll see the information that we're going to post right here. Find help. Anyone that you know that is in a crisis, you can screenshot this, and you never know, you could be saving someone's life. So please feel free to screenshot that and pass it on. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into our final commercial. And when we come back, we're going to share final thoughts.
Telling stories is the most incredible thing in the world. To get lost in the story means the job has been done. To feel connected to a film or play is what we strive to accomplish for the audience. Giving laughter, drama, romance, comedy through storytelling since 2014. I am Corte Entertainment.
Welcome back and welcome back. We want to thank you guys so much for hanging in this far with us, family. Shout out to Corte for that dope trailer. It's just been really, a really good conversation having our guest Corey Robinson in the building. So we just want to thank you so much for coming in, loving on us, sharing, educating us. And as you can see, I don't know if you've been able to check out the comments, Corey, but the people want you back. You back.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, so we will definitely have to get with you and your schedule, our schedule, and all that, and maybe we can do a round 2 and just kind of go deeper because they're looking for like that childhood trauma and how it affects, people. And even in our adulthood, a lot of us are walking around still wounded from our childhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
trauma is?
What is trauma?
Yeah.
What is trauma?
That's gonna be his homework.
Oh, that homework, B. And I'm gonna ask did he do it?
Yeah.
Yes, it's that deep stuff. It is that deep stuff, and ooh, I got some too. But hey, so let's go ahead and jump into our final thoughts. Um, yes. Okay, Mia, you want to share your final thoughts?
If your significant other, meets up and gets to finally see the man that she's always wanted to meet, or the woman that she always want to be, don't be no hater and let them take that life once in a lifetime picture. Let them take the picture. It's a picture. That's all I got to say.
Hey, me, where you and your man go yesterday for dinner? Oh,
I was out
you
there with
don't
you.
have
I
one.
double dated with you and your girl.
Don't listen to me, okay?
I double dated with B and his girl.
Or you gonna be yeah.
Take the picture.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. What's the name? My final thought for the day is, ladies, men, please pay attention and know who you laying down with and having kids with, because that lady short that they locked up, you know what I'm saying, her and the dude, that's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? That the baby ain't asked for that. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all just please be careful. Wrap it up if you don't want them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There you go.
condoms still exist. Yes, they're $6 now for 3 packs, but they work. Come on, man. That's me.
No, seriously. And I just want to say real quick before we give Corey the final thoughts there is, if you missed the men versus women's segment, just want to go on record and say a lot of our problems when it comes to mental health, menopause, menstrual, gynecologists, and hysterectomy, we're all social media. Saying, So no, but seriously, I hope you guys enjoyed this show because ultimately our goal was to educate you on, mental health. And yeah, I definitely enjoyed it myself as well. So, Corey.
First of all, just want to shout you guys out. Thank y'all for having these conversations and inviting me. Like I said, I'm encouraged by the positive trend towards pushing better mental health, especially in our black community. We got to get rid of all these stigmas, and if anything, just encourage someone to just go have a conversation and talk. There's so much healing in just talking. And so that would be my final thing. Encourage someone, and you yourselves, go talk to somebody if you feel like you need to get an unbiased opinion without somebody judging you. And there's help. It's available. And thank you.
Okay, all right. And I have two things real quick. One is all therapy is there such thing as free therapy, or is all therapy a charge?
Uh, Now, community mental health, you're really not going to get therapy like you need.
Okay.
There is a charge. Now, therapists will, I know some therapists, everybody's going to charge, but some therapists will work with you on a sliding scale if there's a challenge, um, financial challenge. Um, but you got to see it like this. You got to see it as an investment.
Mm-hmm.
And you find the right therapist, they're going to work with you in as far as the financial piece. then it's got to be seen as an investment.
Okay. All right. And so, can you tell the people how they can reach out to you? Oh, I'm sorry.
He had something.
Oh, go ahead, B.
My fault. Have you seen somebody yet and was like, God, this boy need, you know what I'm saying? Like not crazy, but like they done been through some stuff.
Now he can't say that that's client what it is.
Confidentiality.
Yeah,
I mean, you're not telling me the person. You're not telling me the person. I'm just saying, have you had that client yet where you was just like thinking it was normal, and then like as you listening, it's like, oh my God.
Let me just say, nothing surprises me, but also
Hmm.
I'm amazed at the resiliency of people.
Mm,
That's good. That's a good answer.
that is a good answer. Yeah.
Um,
How much you charge,
he
bro?
was gonna ask. He was gonna ask. Are you seeing patients? Do you do telehealth? Because I know, right? We are in the DFW. Do you do telehealth for people that aren't able to walk into your office?
Oh yeah,
Seeing people, or you taking on clients?
yeah, because I see people from Houston, just wherever. But yeah, I do offer telehealth services. But the way to reach out to me, I'm not on a whole lot of media as far as a business page, but I have my number, my business number. I don't know if we're going to post it anywhere. It's 903-578-9374. And then they can also reach me at Corey98Robinson@gmail. And so what will happen is when a person reach out to me, I'll link them to a portal, and then we set up an appointment. They see all my fees and everything. I take Blue Cross Blue Shield, Arkansas and Texas, United Healthcare, and cash pay as well. And final stages of Aetna as well.
Okay. We'll definitely put your information on our page.
Also, they can go on Psychology Today, and you can find me there, Texarkana, Texas, therapist.
TK.
You take food stamps?
You know what?
I'll take food stamps.
You know what?
Man.
And how long is it? Is it like a session, like an hour, or is it like 30-minute increment? Like what?
Most of them are an hour.
Hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need the whole day.
That's not your whole day. An hour is not the whole day.
Yes.
Couch and everything.
All right. Well, we want to thank you so much because we know we're going a little bit over, and we want to thank you for just coming, hanging out with us, especially on a good Wednesday night, because I know you had service prior to here. So thank you for setting some time aside and visiting with us and educating us. And like I said, we would love to have you come back, all of that good stuff. Something that we would like your help with. At the end, we're going to just say, our name. So if you just say your name right along with us, kind of when we opened. And then at the end, we'll just simply say, I mean, I'm just saying. Okay. Is that cool with you, Corey?
All right.
Okay. Before we close out, I want to put the helpline up there one more time for anybody who may have missed it. The information there, find help, feel free to screenshot that. You never know who needs someone to talk to, or those numbers there listed. And with that being said, family, we want to thank you so much for chiming in with us. Y'all have definitely commented and interacted with us on tonight. And as always, same place, same time next week. I'm your girl, Latoya B.
And I'm B Naked.
Mia F. Baby.
Corey.
I mean,
I'm just
saying. Thank you guys so much. Tune in next week. Same place, same time.